The Fairbanks North Star Borough Assembly will take an action on an ordinance to amend language pertaining to compulsory attendance within the Fairbanks School District. Jamie Schwartzwald has that story.
Alaska truancy laws mandate that the governing body of a school district set procedures to curb lack of attendance within the district. The Fairbanks North Star Borough currently utilizes state provisions to enforce truancy laws. Assemblyman Carl Castle, who is co-sponsoring the ordinance with Borough Mayor Luke Hopkins, says the current model is ineffective.
The fines are high. It's a court requirement. It's just a very cumbersome system that isn't working.
Currently, parents of students age 6 to 16 can be fined up to $500 for each period of 5 unexcused student absences. The borough ordinance includes all students attending district schools regardless of age, but calls for a mandatory warning before any fines are issued. A $50 fine for the first offense, $100 for the second, and $200 for a third offense would be levied upon parents. An example of an offense would be the lack of a doctor's note following 3 consecutive days of absence due to student illness. While in the current system, offenses are forgiven by a complete school year of no unexcused absences, the ordinance in question would allow for offenses to be forgiven with 2 consecutive months of attendance without any unexcused absences. Castle says this would allow for truancy to be addressed early and effectively.
Like anything, if you nip it in the bud, if you get started early, you do it in small steps, you're much more likely to succeed, which is my ultimate goal with this, is that the students in school and get an education.
Castle says there are upwards of 20 examples of excused absences, and the ordinance is not aimed at curbing legitimate out-of-school activities.
Moose hunting, family trips, whether it's to Hawaii or Washington, D.C. to see the monuments. It doesn't have to be an educational trip. It has to be something where the parents think there's value in their child being part of a family process or program, and that certainly is legitimate. I mean, there's a lot more to education than math and reading and writing and such.
Not all Assembly members are sold on the ordinance. Assemblyman Michael Dukes questions the motivation, pointing towards the Alaska School Performance Index, saying the bottom line is funding. Fairbanks School Board President Heidi Haas supports the ordinance, adding that there is a direct correlation between student attendance and graduation rates.
If you're in school 90+% of the time, 90+% of those kids are going to graduate, and that's our goal. We want to get to that 100% goal of having students graduate.